In this last video, we are going to take a look how we can use the hunter on gold and US30 at the same time. Gold and US30 is one of my two favorites that I normally trade during the days. I do use forex as well, of course, but gold and US30 is really interesting because mainly they are position trading, they trend really well, and when you find a good trade, you can stay in for a long time. I use the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So looking at gold and US30 at the same time gives you many advantages when you trade the hunter. Let us take a look in how you should trade them correctly. There is a good reason why they normally do most at the same time, because gold against dollar creates volume on the stock market, and the stock market creates volume for gold and US dollar. This is a single chart on TradingView. What I have done is I have used the compare button. So let me remove this one. See, this is a gold chart, 1 hour, right? What you do, you go up to the button called compare, up in the menu, click on that one, right? You want to have add symbol, not this one. Right? Add symbol, you don't want to have this one checked. So in this case, you put in US30 USD. If you just put in US30, you will get a few options there, but this one is the smoothest one, best candles, right? Then it pops down here. You use only one chart, but now you can use several charts down here if you want to, as long as you use the same time frame. Line chart, so you double click on it, you select candles like this, and then you can use like half of the chart like this. The advantage of this is when you move on one chart, you see directly what's going on the other chart, right? I like to use, to start at least, on 4 hour, right? Just to give a better view what's going on, right? Gold at the top, Dow Jones at the bottom. The best setups, well, not the only setups, but the best setups is when you see this and this. You see how both of them get a hunter, even though US30 gets an earlier hunter than gold, right? And when you see that they have moved in the same direction, which they normally don't do when there are normal circumstances in the US, but it's not right now. Normally, when the stock market goes up, meaning dollar gets strong, then the gold should dip, right? Because gold use dollar becomes strong, gold short should move down. Stocks moves up when US dollar gets strong in the stock market. But that's not the case right now. So when you see this hunter here, you can be sure this is going to be a good move most of the times, or I would say always, because if we both agree, it's just going there. Now, what you want to make sure when you take hunters is, for gold and US30, is that you have moved 3 levels. So when you're here, this is level 1, this is level 2, and this is level 3, or even there, right? 3 steps down. Okay? Or you can even take this one. This is a hunter. See that? This is a hunter. See that? Right? And when they agree this, I'm not that picky with moving 3 levels, but this one did anyway. So 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2. So we have volume. So it's worth taking in the other direction, because these two are expensive to trade, but they also pay well, of course. It's a zero-sum game. Right? So having this as your extra trading chart with 4 hours, as you see, each candle takes 4 hours to create, so it won't happen a lot during a week nor during a day either, because 4 times a day you will get 4 candles. But when you have them, if you were trading the US30 from here, you can see where you're going, right? Okay. You can expect it to most of the times go up to the last hunter. But again, stop replace is the key to this, right? Same thing here. Gold comes a little bit later. It doesn't matter. You join because then you already know that the US30 has scored, right? So you can move up. You see here now, this could be in hunter, right? But it's not at the peak. It's still a hunter, yes, but it's not at the peak. And be careful because normally that, yeah, it's absolutely not the hunter in my saying. It's they should look like this. They should happen at peak. Then if you get a lower after here, you can do anything about it, right? Because you don't know about that price. But here you know that this is higher than this one. But you see on the gold, you don't have a hunter. So I would ignore this one. I would keep going with my stop or replace, right? Your stop will be here right now. Right? Next time it breaks here, your stop will be here. Okay. This is the 4 hour. 4 hour and 1 hour is good ones to keep track of. On 1 hour, it's rare that they actually agree with each other, but there are many hunters that happens, especially on gold, that does not show on US30. But if you have a hunter right now, and if you see price rising like this, you see a hunter on gold, right? Look for bank moves. Yes, they happen all over the place. Clean candles up to the top, right? You get, this is an evening star, or this one could be the engulf, right? Because you know it's already coming down due to the fact that you have the gold hunter. So you take advantage of these two charts to help you identify. Down here, you can have a buy hunter, right? You see how the US30 is a bit delayed. It's only went sideways pretty much, or shorter, a bit down, but okay. You don't have anything here. This one went up, didn't went up to the top, went down, right? Retested this hunter, come new hunter. This is a real hunter where you use the lower wick plus body that's longer than the previous red, and it went up again to here. And now this seems to be a little bit synced again. So this is a lot harder to trade when you use both of them, of course. But I truly recommend that you stay on the 4 hour a lot of the time, because the 4 hour hunters is the best for Forex, for anything, right? And you just make sure that you have between the sell and the buy hunters, you should have 3 levels of, normally they are also 3 ADR, right? 3 lower lows like this, 3 lower lows between them. Okay, so up here you don't have any hunters. See, it's just, this is sideways moment, and nothing there. There you have a potential one here. But you see how weak it is, because it's not really at the you have no sell hunter to compare with here. So, but that's something you will have to learn yourself, right? Because sometimes they look like this and they are the nicest one, and you should really filter out this. Say, okay, if I don't have a opposite hunter that I can count 3 levels, I should probably stay away from it. Remember, you have the daily waves that you can trade for these two as well, right? You have the SMT system for Thursdays. You have really maybe too many systems now. You have 3 systems that you can take advantage of. Okay. If you want to go with one, go with one. If you're going to go with 2 and you want to expand to 3, fine. The reason we have them is because some weeks there will be really no daily, because they will be in the middle of everything, be between the B and the D extension, right? there will not be any clear moves on the SMT because, yeah, it happens, right? It's noise. Because one day and 1 week is not a lot in the currency market, even though we think it is because we want to day trade, right? But then mostly metals or index has an opportunity. So we look at different markets not because we want to have many trades, it's because we want to have one trade or two trades that is per our system and rules. And this way we can find the best ones. Right? Especially gold, and index as well. These kind of moves makes super profits, right? But they also cost some with using the stop loss for sure, right? Therefore, you should be very careful when you select these trades, right? But when you learn how to identify good setups, like we have done in the group, then you start seeing the results that you want to achieve, right? Let's look at Hunter up here. See, this one has rise actually 3 levels, so this one would be accurate. And 1903, 25 points. That's a super great trade, right? Yeah, it's a down Hunter. So you will find your own opportunities in this. You will learn. You will probably learn more things than I know about them, because I am absolutely no professional in trading these two. I just trade what I know, and the more inputs, the more help we can give to each other, the more profit is possible to achieve, of course. So thank you for listening to this, the Hunter Gold and US 30 Dow Jones Index video. Bye for now.